Thank you for joining us today. I'm Laura Brandeo, the president of AFR, and I am joined by Cameron Bowles. He is a loan officer at Lexington Mortgage Center. First off, Cameron, thank you so much for being a valued AFR partner and taking the time to meet with us. We look forward to learning and growing from your insights. Today, we are going to dive into the one-time close construction to permanent loan program and how you serve your community utilizing this program. So, very first question, is there a realtor or a builder that you work with regularly on the construction to permanent loan program?
Yes, Laura, there is. And first of all, thanks for having me today. Very excited to be here. There is. So we do a lot of OTC loans, and we can't tout our success in this program simply because of me and my staff. We have a great network of builders and realtors that we work with. Most of them are builders. We do get realtors from time to time who come across us on the land side of things with the OTC program and purchasing land, and they'll call us back and say, wow, that was a great program. We've never heard of this before, and ask for more information. And next thing you know, we have another great partnership. Mostly builders, mostly builders. In fact, most of the builders that we work with had prior experience with AFR and the OTC program, which is beneficial for all of us, helps our job a little easier, and helps make it on the OTC side for the builders a little easier as well.
Okay, so take me back to when you first started utilizing the program. Did it start because a builder reached out and said, hey, I have a family that is looking to build and now we need to get the financing? Or was it a family that came to you and said, hey, this is what we want to accomplish? Like, take me to all the way when you first started offering the program. How did it come about?
Yep. So when we first started offering the program, we had already had a partnership with AFR. We just weren't very familiar with the OTC program. And we had a builder that we have a great relationship with that was just looking for some other solutions. I think they were, for a short time, they were trying to do some in-house construction lending with some short-term land loans and stuff, and that just wasn't working out. So as part of our partnership with them, they came to me and said, hey, let's try to find a better option. And just didn't take very long of research and found a great program that worked for everybody. And ever since then, we've just been rocking and rolling.
That's awesome. So do you see other builders coming in also saying, hey, that sounds like a program that might be beneficial, and then they bring the family to you? Like, is that kind of how you see the dynamic?
We do, mostly because what happens is, just like people shop for a mortgage, when people want to build a new house, they're going to shop the price of that new house. So they're going to go to 2 or 3 different builders. And a lot of times, once we get them pre-approved, they're going to stick with us because they like our program, they like our product, and hopefully they like us. And so when they get to that new builder, they tell them they've got lending already lined up. The builder gives us a call. We go over the details, and next thing you know, we're moving on along. And then hopefully, if everything goes well, they call us back and say, man, that was a great program. How can we get involved with that?
Yeah, and it really is a phenomenal program. I mean, it's a win for the builder because they don't have to be concerned. You know, they already have the financing all in place. And of course, it's wonderful for the family because they don't have to worry about something changing midstream, right? They've already closed, they have their end loan, everything is there. They don't have to worry about that 2-step process. So it really is beneficial to everyone involved within the transaction. So Cameron, question for you. Okay, so you've been doing this a while and you've kind of gotten down the system and the process and all of that. What recommendation or advice would you give to someone that, we all know there's inventory shortage, lots of people are looking for construction financing? Where would you recommend an originator starting to understand and truly be able to be confident about offering this program?
So something I've learned is talk to your builders, whether you have a relationship with them already or go out and create a relationship and say, hey, I've got a great program I want you to look at, because I have found the builder needs to be on board with it first before the client, simply because they're the one building the house. They're the ones that are going to be dealing with draws if there's draws involved. Of course, you typically, the builder is going to want to be in agreement with the draw schedule and terms and all that stuff. So talk to the builders. Like I said, we got very fortunate as a couple of the builders we work with have already had experience with AFR before, but we have had some that we've introduced to AFR as part of our partnership with them, and they all seem to really enjoy the program. Talk to the builders, find out what they need, and figure out how you can help them. A big example for that is I've got a great builder we do probably more OTC loans with than any other builder. They don't require draws. So they're very familiar with the no draw program. They just want that loan to be secured and the property to be secured, whether it's a purchase or a land loan payoff, or even if it's already owned or gifted. To go ahead and get that secured so they know everything's good to go on their end, so they can take care of things on the construction side.
Look at that. So how interesting, right? They don't need it for the purpose of the draws. They just want to make sure everything is finalized and there won't be any surprises after construction. So Cameron, are you doing manufactured home lending and site build, or is it a combination? What are you doing in your area?
It's a combination of all.
Okay.
We work with all types of builders, which is something we're proud to offer, mostly because everybody's looking for something that meets their family's needs. And a lot of places go down to their local bank or another company and they get turned away for certain property types, certain loan programs. And we're happy that we can offer something for everybody.
Great. And what do you see the advantages of the one-time close program versus the two-time traditional construction? What advantages do you see for the families?
The biggest advantage that I see is probably the level of stress. We all know how stressful moving and building is. A lot of the families that we're dealing with, they're currently renting or they're living with a relative because they've sold their home and are building a new home. So that's already stressful enough. They're already stressed out because they're anxious to be in their new home. So the last thing they need is to close on an upfront construction loan and then have to do the whole process again when the house is complete.
That's exactly right. Okay, and I spoke a little bit about the market. What are you seeing in terms of why originators should have one-time close kind of in their tool belt, and being prepared for the families to offer? What are you seeing in the current market?
Well, most people, as most areas are, there's just a massive shortage of homes for sale. So a lot of times people get in situations, whether it's a career or family situation that they need to move or get a bigger house. And oftentimes they can't find what they're looking for, so they just decide to build.
Absolutely. Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights. You absolutely seem like that one-time close expert out there. And thank you for providing these options for your families and being a trusted partner of ours and preparing everyone by communicating and offering this program. Thank you, Cameron. We wish you all the best. Have a good day.
Thanks, Laura.